Steelers fans, it's been a bumpy road here in the 2022 season, but the Steelers are still alive with just 2 weeks left to go. So go ahead and like this video right now if you want the Steelers to make the playoffs. Don't be that guy that 2 weeks from now, Steelers make the playoffs, you come back and say that, oh, I didn't like that video. All right, we're trying to put as many likes on this video as possible to give as much positive vibes to the Steelers team as we possibly can. So go ahead and like this video right now to will the Steelers to the playoffs. What's good, Steeler Nation? My name is Jack Sperry, and this is Steelers Talk. Today, I'm going to be answering your questions in a special mailbag episode here. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's just jump right into the first question today, which comes from Jared Hapler, who asks, if Tomlin wins out and the streak lives on, I don't think it's as impressive unless he makes the playoffs. Now, I mean, yeah, you want to make the playoffs, right? You definitely want to make the playoffs if you're Mike Tomlin, if you're the Steelers, of course. But in my opinion, I think that, finishing out this season, if he ends up going 9-8, that's going to be a 6-1 finish with an offensive coordinator that's arguably like a college-type coordinator and a rookie quarterback. So I think that's pretty darn impressive. Here are his career accomplishments, guys. 63.3% career win percentage. That's one of the highest win percentages in the National Football League. He has 0 losing seasons in 15 years. I know a lot of you that want Tomlin fired don't like it when people say that, but that's just a straight fact, guys. He's a person that wins. He's a person that gets the most out of his teams, right? 9 double-digit win seasons, right? I mean, seriously, you know how hard it is to win double-digit games in the National Football League? Do you really think a bad NFL head coach is capable of winning 9 double-digit win seasons in his career over 15 years? I really don't understand that argument. Now, you can definitely say he hasn't gotten done in the playoffs, right? But you can't say that, during the regular season specifically, that Mike Tomlin has gotten the most out of his teams and has really done a great job to get his teams in position to make the playoffs and potentially make a Super Bowl. And then he's also a proven world champion. I mean, yes, he hasn't done it in a while. It's been a long time, and a lot of you like to say that he did it with Bill Cowher's team, even though, like, in the NFL, Bill Belichick says that good players cannot overcome bad coaching. They can't do it. So it's impossible for a bad head coach to inherit a good roster and take them to the Super Bowl and win. That coach has to be at least competent, and at the very least, that's what Mike Tomlin is. I think he's a really good head coach, but at the very minimum, he is a competent head coach, and I mean, he's 4-1 the last 5 games, right? They started the season at 3-7, guys. Like, this team was down in the dumps. They were in the top 5 of the NFL draft order by week 10, right? And now, they've put together 4 wins in their last 5 weeks, and if they stop the run against the Ravens, it's 5 straight wins, right? So, I mean, Mike Tomlin has put this team in a position to win time and time again, despite having an offensive coordinator that's an absolute clown and runs a college-style offense, and having a rookie quarterback that's learning on the job. So, in my opinion, Mike Tomlin has done a really, really good job at putting his teams in positions to win, giving them a shot, and getting them to play at their very best and highest level. All right, guys, go in the comments section right now and tell me, is Mike Tomlin the best Steelers head coach of all time? In my opinion, he's not. Chuck Noll, with all those championships, man, he's undeniably the greatest Steelers head coach, in my opinion. But if you think Mike Tomlin is the best coach in Steelers history, type Y for yes or type N for no. This is the pinned comment on today's video. So whenever there's an ad break, just go right down to the comment section, find that pinned comment, and give your answer to this question. All right, now let's get into the next question here, which comes from Aaron Des Moines, who asks, I'm still unsure on Kenny Pickett. He's gotten a little better, but he doesn't seem like a legit franchise quarterback. Now, here's my philosophy on rookie quarterbacks, guys. It's too early to tell in the first year because they got so much on their plate. And I think Kenny Pickett has actually done a pretty good job this season, given the circumstances. He's somebody that's getting the ball out quick. You can tell that he's a confident young man. He's somebody that's very decisive in his decision-making. He's doing a lot better in terms of, stepping into his throws and not throwing balls off his back foot like he did a lot in college. He's made some growth this year, and I'm really excited to see what he can do. But my general philosophy on rookie quarterbacks is that they just have so much on their plate. There's so much that's new to them. Not only are they playing in the best football league in the world, but you're learning a new playbook, you're building chemistry with new receivers. There's just so much going on for these rookies. It's really hard to judge whether or not they're a true franchise quarterback in year one. That, for me, that evaluation really starts in year 2 and in year 3. So it's really too early to tell if Kenny Pickett's that guy. He certainly has some flaws in his game that make some people think that he might not be the franchise quarterback for the Steelers moving forward. But I think he's shown some really good things, and I think he's going to be somebody in the future that, you put a good roster around him, you protect well for him, you put him around good receivers with a good defense. I think he's somebody that can win you football games, and that's all the Steelers really want to do. But you be the judge, guys. Where does Kenny Pickett currently rank among NFL quarterbacks? To me, I don't think he cracks the top 20 right now. Like, he's kind of hovering in that 20, 25 range, maybe. And he has the potential to move up as the years go on, but he's done a pretty good job here in the second half of the season. I'm excited to see what he can do in years 2 and potentially year 3 here for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But first, before I get into the other questions from today, let's have a word from our sponsor at Rocket Money, formerly known as Truebill. Now, I'm somebody, guys, that, I see something and I get it, and I think I'm going to use it for a year, for 2 years, and within a week, I'm not using it anymore. And I'm still paying for it a year or 2 years down the line. That's not what I want, guys. That's not what I want for you. So go ahead and download this app. It's called Rocket Money, formerly known as Truebill, and it helps me out with this problem. The app shows you all of your subscriptions in one place and then cancels for you whatever you don't still want. Rocket Money can even find subscriptions that you didn't even know that you were paying for, and you may even find out that you've been double charged for a subscription. That's what happened to me. I was paying for 2 Netflix accounts. To cancel a subscription on Rocket Money, all you have to do is press cancel on the Rocket Money app, and they're going to take care of the rest for you. Get rid of useless subscriptions today with Rocket Money now. Go to rocketmoney.com/Steelers Talk to help out the channel, but also help out your pocketbook. Okay, guys, this is helping me out a ton. I'm saving hundreds of dollars a month. I was somebody that was paying for a bunch of stuff that I just didn't need. And once I signed up for this program, I was able to cancel all those subscriptions that I don't use or didn't want. And it saved me a bunch of money. It helped me with my Christmas shopping a bunch. And everybody knows that inflation is going on right now. It's really tough on everybody's pocketbook. So it always helps to have a couple extra dollars hanging around there. So go to rocketmoney.com/Steelers Talk to help out the channel, but also help out your financial situation. All right, the next question comes from Josh Leibowitz. I love that screensaver there, that profile pic. So he asked, George Pickens is a dog. He needs to be the wide receiver 1 going into next season for sure. And I completely, 100% agree with you, Josh. In my opinion, George Pickens is that next great Steelers wide receiver. You look at his numbers so far this year, 74 targets, 47 catches, 700 yards, 3 touchdowns. Now, that should be higher, in my opinion. Matt Canada is not prioritizing him enough, and he's somebody that can make just absolutely spectacular catches. I mean, as Mike Tomlin likes to say, when you watch this kid play, you better get your camera ready, because look at this catch, man. Look at this catch even closer. Look, this guy can make that catch. Right, and right now, Diontae Johnson is getting the most targets. And, Diontae Johnson's a really good receiver, in my opinion. But George Pickens is one of those special types of receiver that, he's one of the best 50-50 ball receivers deep down the field in the National Football League already. And he's just a rookie. He's a great route runner. He's fast. He's long. He's got great hands, great body control. In my opinion, he is the next great Steelers wide receiver. And now the Steelers just need an offensive coordinator that can take advantage of his talent. Guys, this is the part in the show where I ask you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you want daily and free Steelers news and rumors content. Right now, we have 19,000 true Yinzers that bleed black and gold, that love the Pittsburgh Steelers. We try to be as interactive as possible here on Steelers Talk to keep your voice involved in the process here. And really, we got some great stuff coming up, guys. Draft coverage, free agent coverage, players to re-sign. We got all these great videos that are going to be coming out during the offseason. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're interested in that sort of thing, and then also turn on notifications so you always get updated of when we put out new videos. All right, now we got Yinzanity, who says, Heard J.J. Watt is retiring. Any chance TJ can convince him to play for the Steelers next season? And I guess my answer to that is I hope so. I mean, J.J. completely deserves a blissful retirement. Don't get me wrong. I think that he's been a fantastic player. But this is what he's talking about, guys. On Twitter today, this is a tweet here where he said, Koa, so that's his firstborn kid here, went to his first NFL game ever, my last ever NFL home game. So essentially he's saying that after this season he's done. My heart is filled with nothing but love and gratitude. It's been an absolute honor and pleasure. So it's looking like J.J. Watt's going to retire this offseason, and he deserves a retirement. He deserves to be with his family and his wife and his newborn kid and all that good stuff. But if anybody's going to convince him to come back for another season or maybe even a couple more seasons, it's going to be to play with his brothers. Both T.J. Watt and Derek Watt, his two brothers, are on the Pittsburgh Steelers roster, and if he's going to come back to play for anybody, it's going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers, in my opinion. Now let's compare T.J. Watt to J.J. Watt in their careers. They've obviously both been fantastic, and obviously J.J.'s numbers are going to be a bit higher because he's played more years. But both of these guys, we saw yesterday on Monday Night Football or on Monday that J.J. Watt is still a premier player on the defensive line in the National Football League, and he could still get it done, right? And T.J. Watt obviously still getting it done on the edge for the Pittsburgh Steelers, former Defensive Player of the Year. J.J. Watt has won multiple Defensive Players of the Year awards, so I would have to give the edge to J.J., but it would be fantastic to see these two join forces next season or maybe even for a couple of years, but I guess we'll just have to see on that. But let me know in the comments section, which guys had the better career so far? Type TJ if you think TJ Watt's had the better career, or type JJ if you think JJ has been the better player in his career. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's show. Real one, roll call. All right, guys, if you're a real Yinzer, if you're a real one, made it to the end of the video, go ahead and go in the comment section right now and type real one. Put it in all caps so we know that you were here. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's show. I appreciate you. My name is Jack Sperry. This has been Steelers Talk, and until next time, guys, peace.